Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making the braised red cabbage and apples from the Destiny Cookbook. The ingredients we're going to need are red cabbage that I've already washed, cored, and thinly sliced. I've got one yellow onion that I've thinly sliced. We're also going to need coconut oil, apple cider vinegar, rice vinegar, brown sugar, a Granny Smith apple, a little bit of water, and some salt and pepper. And those are going to be all of our ingredients. The exact amounts will be listed down in the description below. So let's go ahead and get moved over to my stove, and we're going to start sauteing our onions and apples. So over at my stove, I've gone ahead and heated up our coconut oil, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my onions. And my apple that I've thinly sliced. And I'm just going to stir these around and get them coated in that coconut oil before I add just a pinch of salt. And we're going to also add in a little bit of black pepper. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and stir these up and then allow them to saute for roughly 8 minutes until the apples start to soften and our onions become translucent. Alright guys, our onions and apples have been sauteing for about 8 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and add in our cabbage. And then you want to be sure to stir this around really well. Get those apples and onions thoroughly incorporated into the cabbage. The next thing I'm going to add in is our apple cider vinegar, the rice vinegar, the brown sugar, and the water. And then I'm going to stir these together until they're well combined. Alright guys, the only thing we need to do now is drop it down to a medium-low heat, cover it with the lid, and then let it sit here and braise for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until the cabbage is tender. So I'll see you once it's done. Our braised red cabbage and apples is done, and I did have to allow it to cook for a little bit over an hour, just to make sure that all the cabbage was completely tender. So just be aware you may need to increase the cooking time on it. And I also added a little bit more salt and pepper into it about halfway through. Just felt it needed a little bit more seasoning for my taste. But with all that, let's go ahead and get in here and try this out. This one is going on the family dinner table tonight, but I did save a little bit for us to try. It does smell very good. This is really, really good, guys. I really like all the flavors going on in here. The brown sugar doesn't make it too sweet, and when you get a bite of that tart Granny Smith apple in here, it really wakens up the flavors. Absolutely will be making this dish many, many times in the future. The only thing I think I would change is I would add just a little bit more apple, maybe another whole apple into it. But that's just because I really like it when you get that little apple bite, and I didn't think there's quite enough for the amount of cabbage that I had. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about the Gamers and Geeks playlist many, many times here on the channel. If you would like to be a part of it, just let me know down in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to tell you how you too can be a part of that list. Speaking of the Gamers and Geeks playlist, there will be a link provided to it down in the description, as well as to my Destiny Cookbook playlist. If you guys have enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. If you guys tried this recipe out, let me know how it turns out for you. And as always, thank y'all so very much for joining me today. I've been Vault Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.